Have you ever been in a room full of people, conversations flowing, laughter filling the air, life happening all around you? Yet somehow you feel invisible, like your thoughts don't land, your emotions don't translate, and your presence doesn't truly register with anyone. That quiet, heavy feeling of being misunderstood is not just a passing mood. Over time, it can reshape how you think, how you connect, and even how you see yourself. Human beings are deeply emotional by nature. We are wired to be seen, heard, and understood. When someone repeatedly feels misunderstood, it creates an internal tension, a silent psychological conflict that others may never notice, but the person experiencing it feels it constantly. It becomes a background noise in their mind, shaping their reactions and influencing their relationships. People who often feel misunderstood tend to overanalyze everything. They replay conversations in their heads. They question their tone, their words, their intentions. Did I say too much? Did they take it the wrong way? Am I the problem? Or is no one really trying to understand me? This constant mental loop can slowly push them into chronic overthinking, where even simple interactions start to feel emotionally complicated. Interestingly, many misunderstood individuals are highly sensitive, not weak but deeply perceptive. They notice subtle, emotional shifts. They pick up on unspoken energy in a room. They can sense when something feels off. Yet when it comes to expressing their own inner world, they often feel like no one can truly grasp the depth of what they are experiencing. This emotional imbalance can be exhausting. Over time, they usually develop one of two coping patterns. Some start over-explaining themselves. They justify every action, clarify every intention, and try hard to control how others perceive them. Others do the opposite. They grow quieter. They withdraw. They convince themselves that speaking up is pointless if no one is really listening. From the outside, this silence may look like calmness, but internally, it can feel like emotional isolation. Psychologically, the roots of feeling misunderstood often trace back to early life experiences. If a person grew up feeling dismissed, emotionally overlooked, or repeatedly told they were too sensitive or overthinking, they may start doubting their own emotional reality. As adults, they can struggle with self-trust. They question their instincts, hesitate in decision-making, and sometimes feel disconnected from their own needs. At the same time, many people who feel misunderstood are deep thinkers. They don't experience life at a surface level. They look for meaning. They reflect. They analyze patterns in human behavior and social dynamics, but the challenge is that the world often moves faster than their depth. While they are processing emotions and intentions, others may already have moved on. This creates a psychological gap, not necessarily because one side is wrong, but because they operate at different emotional speeds. Another common pattern is emotional masking. Misunderstood individuals often learn how to function socially. They smile, participate, motivate others, and even appear confident. Yet when they are alone, the emotional fatigue becomes real. They may feel drained after social interactions, not because they dislike people, but because they feel unseen within those interactions. There is also a strong link between feeling misunderstood and creative expression. Many such individuals turn to writing, art, music, or deep imagination as a way to process their emotions. Creativity becomes a language when regular communication fails. It gives them a safe space to translate complex inner experiences into something tangible. In relationships, these individuals tend to be intensely loyal and emotionally invested. They connect deeply, they care deeply, but when they sense persistent misunderstanding, they may begin to pull away emotionally. This withdrawal is rarely about lack of love. It is often a self-protection mechanism. Distance becomes their way of preserving emotional stability. However, there is an important psychological truth to recognize. Feeling misunderstood does not always mean others are insensitive, nor does it mean you're flawed. Sometimes it simply reflects differences in communication styles, emotional intelligence, or personal awareness. Every human being speaks an internal emotional language. Misunderstanding often happens when those languages don't align. This is why self-awareness becomes incredibly powerful. The more clearly you understand your own emotions, triggers, and needs, the more effectively you can express them. Self-understanding reduces the pain of external misunderstanding because it builds inner clarity and confidence. If you frequently feel misunderstood, remind yourself of this. You are not broken. You may simply be wired differently, and being different is not a weakness. It can be a strength when you learn how to channel it constructively. It is also important to accept that not everyone will fully understand you, and that is okay. Life does not require universal validation. Sometimes a few genuine connections are far more meaningful than widespread recognition. Emotional quality always outweighs social quantity. Learning to filter your environment is part of psychological growth. Invest your energy where you feel emotionally safe, respected, and valued. Human beings thrive in spaces where they feel accepted without constant self-editing. Most importantly, never punish yourself with silence. Your voice matters. Your perspective carries meaning, and your emotional depth is not something to hide. It is something to understand and refine. If this message resonated with you, if you saw parts of your own experience reflected in these words, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Here we explore the hidden layers of human psychology, the thoughts people struggle to express but deeply want to understand. Your support not only helps this content reach more people, but it also helps you stay connected to insights that can genuinely transform the way you think and live. In the end, remember this: feeling misunderstood can be painful, but it can also shape you into someone more aware, more empathetic, and more authentic. And sometimes, the very thing that makes you feel different today becomes your greatest strength tomorrow.